You guys played really well.
Yeah, everybody in all three phases, really came to play. The week off was good for us. I think we got better as a group, and it showed out there tonight.
Yeah, the team looked fresh, obviously. I mean, and that's what a week off will do for them, or not a full week off, but the way that you guys obviously practiced and that type of deal, they looked fresh out there tonight.
They did, and I think it's a byproduct of how we practice, and when we get our work out of the way and then give them enough time to recover and come out there, and they were flying around. It was a good thing to see.
Well, let's talk about the offensive side of the ball first. 5 for 5 in the first half, 5 possessions, 4 touchdowns, and a field goal. And obviously the defensive takeaway right off the bat, and the offense made him pay, goes 90 yards, and just got things jump-started right off the bat.
They did. I thought Darren was really key in terms of being able to get the ball distributed all over the place, and part of being a spread team is making sure your receivers are involved in it, and they just can't pack the box. And when we got our receivers and Darren clicking like that, it's a tough operation to stop.
And you talk about the clicking. I mean, he made a lot of great decisions, put the ball where it was supposed to be, but even when it was a little bit off, guys were making tremendous catches. Jeff Mayle, David Paulson, doing the things that you want them to do game in and game out, and they were all sharp tonight.
Yeah, everybody contributed. There may be a ball or two that was high, but, David or Jeff made a great play on it. Darren really hung in there and threw the ball really well, and we gave him pretty good protection in terms of time to throw it. He was back there a couple times, but, you watch him go through his progressions, and, the play on the 4th down where he got it out to Michael late, for a 20-yard gain, but, he's the 5th option on the play, and it's just, you see him maturing in front of your eyes, and it's a neat thing to see.
Well, I think you mentioned it right there. I thought the offensive line did a great job tonight of protecting him, giving him a chance to look at the various options and take advantage of what looked like a 2-deep defense all game long. Josh Huff down the middle was because of time. LaMichael, offensive line really played well tonight.
They did, and it's a total team, and everybody contributed. It wasn't just one that stands out, and that's what I think it makes us a special group.
Mr. Remine Alston, too.
Yeah.
He just comes in and just gets after it.
He did. He keeps reaching the football. I got to get him straightened out on that. But he's a kid that, is a 5th-year senior. He's been a great leader. He's the captain, of the running backs, and really has been a great leader in that group. And to see him come in there and play the way he did and rip off a couple runs like that, it was awesome to see.
Well, I thought you said it perfect at halftime, that your defense made some great adjustments, particularly after UCLA's drive that carried through to the beginning of the second quarter, where they were moving the ball pretty well and running it at 10 yards a chunk. But you got inside the 10-yard line, you held them to a field goal, and really from that point on, your defense adjusted well and played really, really well.
They did, and it's, trying to get a look at that offense for the first time, hadn't faced it, and once you kind of figured out how they were trying to attack you, I think our defense coaches do a great job of adjusting the schemes within the game, and they've done that in the 6 previous games, so it was really kind of the same thing they've done all along. So.
And linebackers' ability to be able to scrape down and fill those holes, they began to do it. Casey Matthews, I thought, played a great game.
Casey played really well, and you watch them. Our guys are really playing downhill football, and you hear people talk about, can you handle a rushing attack? We handled Stanford, and we've handled UCLA now, so, it's something to kind of learn from and build from, but we got a huge challenge coming up next week. So.
And defense takeaways, set up the offense for some touchdowns. So, I mean, that helped. Even though they didn't score directly, all of them were really deep in UCLA territory, which gives that offense a short field. So, a great job of the defense putting pressure on Brijo.
It was, and we talk about in Pac-10 games, it's the turnover battle, and, we were clean, and they gave it up a couple times in the red zone, which is really going to just hurt your football team. And it's our defense is very opportunistic, and they continue to, I think they lead the country in takeaways. So.
Well, you talked about the challenge next week, obviously, down at USC. You've got a couple of extra days to be able to prepare for it. Going to be a tough one, no doubt about it.
It is, and they've had a week off, so they got more days to prepare than we do. But, a lot of respect for them. I think Matt Barkley is one of the really, really special quarterbacks in this country. And they were clicking. Their game was on Saturday when we were in the office working. And, I went to the bathroom, and it was 7-0, and I went to the bathroom again. It was 42-0, and it was still in the second quarter. So, it's a good football team. And we know that we're going to get everything from them. So it's going to be a heck of a game next Saturday.
Well, 1 week at a time. Enjoy this one tonight, Coach.